Hey, it's Coach Mark here, and I want to bring you some tips to help overcome some soreness that you might be having down in that Achilles tendon, right? That tendon that runs from the bottom of your calf down to your heel. Pretty common, but what we want to do is make sure that you're not having to deal with that on a regular basis. So besides some tight calves, which can certainly lead to that Achilles tendonitis or tendinosis, some type of tendinopathy, if you will. Let's just call it soreness in that Achilles tendon. Tight calves for sure, but it could be a couple other things too. There could be some weakness in your backside muscles, right, in your hips and glutes, right, that could be causing strain down the chain into that Achilles tendon. It could be poor landing mechanics when you're walking, running, coming off a step where you might be landing really hard through that heel and having that knee a little bit straight and stiff-legged to where you're absorbing that incorrectly through the calf and Achilles tendon. So those are some reasons why, and it could just be overuse, right? You might start some type of activity that's repetitive, right, without being properly warmed up, right? And so that, all those things can lead to inflammation, irritation of that Achilles tendon. So how do we correct that? How do we fix that? How do we prevent that? Well, one is, again, trying to increase some blood flow circulation through your calf and Achilles tendon. If you have something like a stick, you can just do some soft tissue mobilization, some self-massage, where you can grab that stick and work on some light strokes up and down your calf and Achilles tendon on the inside and outside of that calf, just for a minute or so to just get some blood flow circulation through there before you do any type of activity. Or if you're sitting at a desk for long periods of time, this can certainly help you out. You could strengthen that Achilles tendon with some what we call eccentric heel drops, where you can hold on to something, edge of a chair, desk, countertop, whatever it may be, or raise up on two feet, right? But then take 1 foot off the ground and slowly try to lower down under control on 1 foot. So you can raise up and lower down one at a time, maybe up to 10 repetitions on each side or whatever you can handle. So that's two things that you can do. Another thing is you can work on your mechanics, right? Your landing mechanics, to where instead of landing stiffly, if you have a very low step or edge of something where you can come off on 2 feet and be able to drop down, again, pain-free, under control, but focus on landing, through your feet where you're absorbing with a little bit of bend in your knees and a little bit of bend in your hips. Even if you don't want to drop off of a step, you can just do that from a standing position where you can work on step and take both feet off the ground and land quietly, right? Instead of loudly or with a hard contact through that heel. And lastly, we can go through some type of glute activation, right? So if you're on your back, we can work on a bridge where you're down on the ground, knees are bent, and you're trying to raise those heels or raise those hips up, push through those heels, raise those hips, so you feel that tension on the back of your hips and glutes. You can do a single leg if that challenges you more. Here with our isometrics, our IsoStrong program, we can do all kinds of hip activation, glute activation, whether it's some hip abduction out to the side where we're working on that. We can do some hip extension straight to the back, again, where we're going to work on hip and glute activity or activation. So our IsoStrong program is something that can certainly help you out. Our Smart Stretch Therapy program is certainly something that can help, like I said, increase that blood flow circulation and provide a manual stretch to the calf and Achilles tendon itself. So those are some self-help techniques, but again, we also offer some services here that can certainly help you beyond that. So with our IsoStrong and our Smart Stretch, we'd be happy to help you relieve that Achilles tendon pain for good. See you again for your next self-help tip.